In 1978, I said that what we need is a kind of a writers and artists club, not only a club of business people and politicians, to communicate the need for rethinking the way we behave on this planet, the kind of order, or if we can talk about order, that we create in the world. And I began to talk about this issue of creating such a club. But nobody came forth to support, to sponsor, to give a home to this club of writers and artists brought together from many parts of the world. Then it changed. Something new has happened. Now we are in 1993, and it's the year when the World Federation of Hungarians decided to hold a World Congress. This World Federation is not of Hungary, and it's not of institutions. It's a private organization of Hungarians, of Hungarian people. Why is there a World Congress of Hungarians interesting? Because there are some 8 million people, Hungarians, living in Italy, and 3 or 4 million living outside of Italy. And many Hungarians, as you know, have migrated to many parts of the world, especially to the West. In this World Congress, there were 2 plenary addresses. One of them was by Edward Teller, also known as the father of the atomic bomb, one of the people, together with von Neumann and Szilard and others, and most of them happened to be of Hungarian origin, physicists. But Teller was one of the people who brought the atomic bomb online and was instrumental in creating it at the end of the Second World War. Now, Teller was talking in his address about the need for creating nuclear power plants in Hungary to achieve its energy self-sufficiency. I was skeptical about this at the time, but I didn't address that issue. I talked instead about the need for an artists and writers club, Hungarians being known for their creativity, for their work in the arts and in literature, as well as in the sciences. Why not use this creativity? Why not center it in Hungary so that we could make an impact? Well, I spoke about this before. I didn't expect much to happen. But to my surprise, next morning I got a call from the office of the Prime Minister, Mr. Antal. He asked me to come and see him. I did. And he said, well, it's a good idea. I heard what you said last night. Why don't you set up such a club here in Budapest? I was delighted. And I said to him, but it has to be a global club. It can't just be it can be based in Hungary, but cannot be limited to Hungary. He said, no problem, make it an international club, similarly to the Club of Rome. So then I said, if the Club of Rome was named like that because of its first meeting took place in Rome, since this initiative started with a meeting last night here in Budapest, let's call this the Club of Budapest. The Club of Budapest was then formed, was founded a few weeks later, because the government of Hungary under Mr. Antal has created the Hungarian Culture Foundation, of which one of the main tasks was to support, to initiate, and to help the work of the Club of Budapest. And that was then the birth of this organization, which was likewise a worldwide organization, but headquartered in Budapest and was bearing the name of this city, which I was happy to see because it was the city where I was born.